Hello, bonjour, I'm Christine. Do you wish to buy property in Paris, but you don't know what to do because you live abroad? Well, you're at the right place. I'm going to give you some tips on how to buy property in Paris, so stay tuned. So as a start, let's see what's the difference between buying property in America and buying property in France. There are some major differences. So in America, you have access to the multiple listing service. You have access to websites such as Zillow and Redfin. In France, you have no such multiple listing service. Basically, agents compete with each other. The listings don't indicate the exact property address, and sellers can sell their property directly without the help of a real estate agent. Also, in America, real estate agents represent buyers and sellers. In France, the real estate agent works for the seller. So, for example, the real estate agent only has the duty to inform of a defect. In America, there's the bidding process. In France, there is no such thing. Basically, the listed price is the price, and you can only try to negotiate for a lower price. And finally, the real estate lawyer in France is called the notaire. Paris has 2 million inhabitants and is the most populated city in France. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the French property market has kept strong, particularly in Paris, where despite some tricky laws, many non-residents have taken the opportunity to buy into the city of light. Between 2010 and 2020, Paris property value rose by over 21%. So today, in 2023, the median price per square meter is 10,000 euros. That means that the estimated minimum price for a studio apartment is at least 200,000 euros. For a one-bedroom apartment, at least 400,000 euros. And for a two-bedroom apartment, at least 500,000 euros. So going back to the map per arrondissement, the Parisian arrondissement are the districts. So there are 20 of them. The more central ones start at the center of Paris, starting with the first. Then you go around like in a snail shell, and you see the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. They are all in dark red, and they are the most sought after and the most expensive districts. They go per square meter well over 10,000 euros. So that leads us to the financial part of this presentation. You're probably wondering, how am I going to pay for this project? Would my local bank grant me a mortgage? Would a French bank grant me a mortgage? Well, I'm going to give you some tips on that. So stay tuned. So can you finance your purchase in France from your home country? Probably yes, but it's probably going to be difficult. This is because banks usually need a guarantee locally. So if you buy something abroad, they will not extend you a mortgage. So the next question is, can you get a mortgage from a French bank? And the answer is probably yes, depending on your personal situation. I'm in contact with several international banks that extend mortgages to foreign buyers, provided that they deposit a certain amount of money into their savings account, and then they will extend you a mortgage. You may have questions about French tax laws. Actually, they can be pretty tricky. So I strongly advise you to seek the advice of a French tax lawyer. I'm in contact with a tax lawyer here in Paris. She's English speaking and she's used to advising foreign buyers, including from the United States. And generally, if you have questions about financing, tax that I have not covered here in this video, I strongly advise you to take a look at my free guide. My free guide on how to buy property in Paris from overseas is available on this channel and on Instagram. So now let's take a brief look at what are the legal steps to buying property in France. So you found your dream apartment and you made an offer. It was accepted. So you see your notary. If you don't know one, I can refer you to several English-speaking notaries. They are state-appointed real estate lawyers. So then the notary will prepare the preliminary contract that you will sign. At that time, you will need to pay the deposit. Then you will have 10 days to change your mind. And then you will have to go to your bank and secure a loan. But usually you need to know before you sign about your financial situation and whether or not you can get a loan from the bank. This is really the first thing to do. Then the notary will draft the final deed. It will take about 2 to 3 months. Then 2 to 3 months later, you will go to the notary's office and sign the final deed. The seller will give you the keys, and then all you have to do is celebrate with champagne. So this is the end of this presentation. I hope you found it really helpful, and if you did, please make sure that you subscribe. Also, don't forget to get your free guide on buying property in Paris for foreign buyers. Stay tuned. Thank you. Merci. À bientôt. Bye bye.